Hey, this is Phil Goldberg of American Veda Tours, and I'm here with Swami Brahmananda, aka Brahms. Brahms is in
Namaste.
Namaste, Brahms. You're in
Namaste.
you're in Assisi, Italy, and I'm in Los Angeles, and we're here to talk about our upcoming American Veda tour in September 15th to October 5th, to be exact. And in our last chat, we talked about our time, what we're going to be doing in Kolkata and Dakshineswar in that area. And of course, we could speak for an hour on each of these topics. But one thing I wanted to discuss with you is as we move from place to place, and while we're in the places we're in, whether Rishikesh or Calcutta or wherever, we're going to have satsangs on a frequent basis, and you're going to lead them. So tell us what you have in mind and what kind of things we'll be doing in those. First of all, why not define satsang and then tell us what you have in mind?
Yeah, well, Sat literally means truth. And so to sit in a group of people that are intent on experiencing the truth, to talk about the truth. Sat means that truth which is eternal, which is unchanging, which is true in all places, in all things, at all times. And, you know, what I found in my experience is that when we practice together, that we're elevated by that. You know, the Christian tradition talks about where two or more are gathered together, that the divine presence is fully there. And so as we do these tours together, I think it's really important not to just have a history of these great beings, but to have an experience of what they were really talking about. Right. And so meditation and chanting, kirtan, the practice of yoga, and just sitting together having talks about spirituality is really a key component of it.
Just in case people wanting to come or thinking about coming on the tour get nervous when they hear the word yoga, because they're not experienced at doing yoga asanas, and they think of yoga as something very youthful and flexible people only can do. Tell us about the kind of yoga exercises you use.
Well, I like to do a very gentle form of yoga, something that can be done by everyone. The original purpose of doing yoga or asana practice was so that people could sit comfortably for meditation. It wasn't about becoming excellent in calisthenics and doing all these extraordinary postures. It was to learn to sit comfortably. So I've adopted that as the key to my own yoga practice. We do a very gentle, easy practice. I just spent 6 months in Asheville, North Carolina, because after our last tour, I was introduced to something called yin yoga and to restorative yoga. And these were two forms that I'd heard of, but never seriously practiced. So I spent the last 6 months doing 400 hours of training and practice. And these are two forms that really specialize in accommodating everyone.
Great.
You can sit comfortably, you can do these practices, anyone from a beginner's level. But what's really interesting is we can use props and we hold postures maybe a little longer than some of that, but we do it in a very easy manner so that beginners can do it, but also people who've done practice for a long time can benefit greatly from doing this kind of easy, gentle practice. We also do a lot of breathing with
Good.
Pranayama.
And so we'll have pranayama exercises, we'll have asana practice, and we'll have them experience different forms of meditation. People think of meditation as if it were just one thing, but there are, of course, many styles of practice that are called meditation, and we'll use a number of them and give people sample. And I think one of the great values of our tours is people having these direct experiences and then coming away with an enhanced repertoire of practices that they can take with them.
Absolutely. I mean, if I had one sort of hope, an intention on these yatras, these sacred pilgrimages, is that people who are new to meditation would have a practice they could take back with them. You know, they say that yoga really bears its fruit when it's done regularly over a long period of time. And so we will do a variety of practices with the hope that each person will find the pathway that's right for them. For some person, it might be the use of a mantra, particular mantra, and we'll experiment with different mantras that people can use. Others, it might be using the breath. Might be different forms of pranayama and centering techniques. It may be more of the vipassana, presence, being fully present type of a practice. So we'll offer a variety of practices with the intention that everyone would find their own way and be able to customize a practice they could take with them.
And of course, we'll do chanting to bring a devotional or heart-centered aspect of it in. And that was one of the most joyful parts of our previous tour, was when you led satsangs and when we used chanting, either with or without recordings. And I'll look forward to more of that. And also some good conversations. We have very deep conversations about different aspects of the spiritual path. We have people bring Bhagavad Gitas with them, so we could do that, and we'll inform people of that. Do you have anything particular in mind to bring to people's attention about the knowledge base of the yoga tradition?
I think certainly your book should be a really a key component of it. I mean, without, you know, I mean, really, because going to the places where these great beings lived and doing the practices that they did. I mean, for example, we'll be experiencing Yogananda. You will be an expert in that area. It would be fun to do many of the practices that they did there. I know you also were and still are a follower of the Maharishi. So whatever practices that we can include in that. We'll be going to Ganesh Puri, which was my home ashram for so much time. And I would be happy to shoot.
Let's segue then, because time is running out. Let's make Ganesh Puri our next conversation. So
okay.
For now,
namaste.
Or what would you say in Italian?
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Arrivederci.
It's night here, so it's buonasera.
Buonasera.
In Assisi, we say pace e bene, peace and blessing. That's the blessing of St. Francis. Pace e bene.
I love it. See you next time.